Welcome to the Jackie Griffin Show. I am so glad that you're back with us this week. We have a great show lined up for you today, and we're just glad that you're here so that you can be empowered and informed about everything that's going on in the community at large. We once again thank you so much for tuning in every week. Hope you remember to go to the Ask Jackie segment. And on Facebook, I'm Jacqueline Griffin. On Twitter, I'm Mama Griff. And just send on those questions, concerns, whatever it is that you have on your heart that you want us to know. Or even while we're interviewing and talking to our guests, if you have a question for them, please don't hesitate to tweet it in or send it in on Facebook. We are here to help you, to empower you, to make you realize that your dreams are still out there and that you can reach them. We have a great couple on this morning from Oneness Mobility Services, and I'd just like to thank them for coming on today and let them tell you their wonderful story. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Can you introduce yourselves to our viewers?
Okay. I'm Pat Alford, and this is my husband, Bob Alford. We are joint partners in Oneness Mobility Services. We're at 7701 Penn Belt Drive in Forestville, District Heights, Maryland. It's in Prince George's County. I was thinking as I was on my way over here that this is Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
Well, surprisingly, as I began to think about it, we are the only African American mobility dealership in the whole United States.
Wow.
So I said that's a story within itself.
Yes, it is.
But then we looked at the fact that we are trying to make sure that that doesn't stay that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do we multiply it? We're even looking for investors, people who are willing to help us to grow that business so that we won't be able to say as our legacy that we were the only, that we
Correct.
were the beginning of it, so that there will be more than just us, because the opportunity is great. When I look at the fact that it is a growing population, people with disabilities.
Yes.
So we consider ourselves dealing with handicap accessibility. I remember back, my sister she was born with cerebral palsy, and during those times you didn't even talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's different. I look at our clientele, people are, playing with their children, taking them out, they're parts of everything. And it's wonderful because these people need to know
Mm-hmm.
that they are cared for and that they're loved and that, they are a part of our society. So that in itself, and this has been really a rewarding business to me. I retired as a civil service employee after 35 years. I'm a mother, a grandmother, a wife, and I'm looking at what we do here. It is so heartwarming to me.
Mm-hmm.
I see lives change every day. People come out and they haven't been out in their houses in days, and now all of a sudden they have a automobile that they can drive themselves,
Mm-hmm.
hand controls, left foot accelerators, all kinds of things. And even when I think about the fact that when we say handicap accessible, most people think somebody is born with cerebral palsy or MS or things of that nature. But I'm looking at the fact that we're talking about people that are overweight, people that have strokes,
Mm-hmm.
people that have all kinds of things, disabilities that can cause you not to be able to drive that car unless you have some kind of assistance. And as we were talking earlier before the show started, military guys
Mm-hmm.
and women, these people would come back and you now know that whatever has gone, you lost your leg, your arms, or things of that nature.
Right.
And it's like, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's our responsibility and our goal to change that way, to make sure that people are independent, to make sure that people are able to get out there and to do. My heart of hearts says that we would like to look for investors who are interested in helping us to grow this business, to help teach others, so that our legacy will not be that we are the only African American. It will be the beginning of that in this country. So those are the things that I like about the business, and those are and the people that work with us. Gosh, they're wonderful. They have the same heart and the mind. The technicians from the administrative side also have the same. We have Now we started a new company, Oneness Mobility Resource Center. What we do there is make sure that we provide our customers with all the information that's needed of the resources that are out there. Because when you wake up and you find that your child is born with some sort of disability or your husband has had a stroke, where do you go? What do you
Right.
do? And there is no one-stop place. So we're trying to do partnership with so many different places, VA, with the state, with county disabilities organizations, so that we'll be able to provide people with all that information so you can just go out and do what you need to do. Nobody's telling you. Nobody's directing you. So we want to make sure that that happens, at least in this business. So that's what our 501c3 is all about.
Wow, you're doing a lot. So you all actually build the vehicles
Yes.
for the individuals.
We can actually raise roof, raise doors, install lifts in the vehicles. You name it, we do it. We also sell them. We're a dealership, auto dealership for mobility vehicles, lowered floor minivans, and things of that nature. Bob does a
What
lot.
made you come up with the name Oneness Mobility?
It was a dream. Bob was trying to decide what the name was going to be. And so I said, I don't know, we have to pray about this. So he went to bed, prayed about it, and he woke up and he said, you know what oneness sounds like? And I looked it up, and of course oneness does blend with what we like to see happening in this world today. And so that was where it started. I can tell you that prior to me retiring in 2002, I really didn't spend as much time. But when I did, I realized without a doubt that this was really a heartfelt thing. And I saw why it really tugs at his heartstring all the time. And so I used to say, how does he stay at work until, 11, 12 o'clock at night still working on? But when you make that promise to somebody that you want to change their life, you can't not do it.
Wow.
And so he has, I guess, what I would call that mindset to be able to almost change anything mechanically, or as far as, we do high-tech vehicles also. So if you go on our website, you'll see pushing buttons and things of that nature to drive a car. It's awesome, but it's even more awesome to the people who need it.
Wow. So what do you do, sir? Because I see this is your administrator here.
You see, I don't do much talking, right? This is the talker. I'm a dreamist. And what I do is I sit back and I think of ways of making folks' lives easier. What we take for granted today, what we can do, they can't do. For some strange reason, I've been able to change my mindset and put myself in their position. And then, as I say to a customer most of the time, if I can see you, I can build for you.
Wow.
I had a kid that we just finished building a vehicle for, who was born with no legs and no arms. He's now driving.
Wow.
And that is heartwarming.
Wow.
But because I've been in this industry for 38 years, I'm finding now that as my wife said, I don't want to be the last one. So my heartstring now is to train our young men to do what we do and give them the opportunity to pursue this business.
That is awesome. So you have always built vehicles? That has been your profession your whole life?
Pretty much.
Wow. Wow.
Pretty much.
So God gave you a vision, anointing, and everything
Yes.
to bless people, really.
Yes.
Because that
Absolutely.
is a blessing. For someone to be born with no arms, no legs, and then to be able to drive, you know that's a God-given talent
Absolutely.
given to you to
Yes.
make someone's dream become a reality.
Yes.
And and you say it is God-centered, and it is. And it tugs at me because, you want to do so much, especially our military guys that are coming back.
Yes.
After 38 years of doing this, I went to Walter Reed, and I was just blown away with our military guys, how many had come back. disabled, and the challenges that they fight against of getting their mobility back. We need to do more.
Oh, yes.
We need to do
Oh,
more.
yes. And you said that you are partnered with the VA?
Oh, yes.
Yes, we work with VA. We work with almost any organization that offers support and help for
Right.
those with disabilities. Our 501c3 company is going to work with making sure we provide that information, because what we found is so many people don't know where to go,
Correct.
don't even know where to start.
Exactly.
And so they start trying to dig in their pockets to make that difference. And we're talking about real live dollar bills.
Correct.
So it's quite expensive to try to keep, even the vehicles themselves going. So as much as possible to try to help them in that area so that they can do other things.
Correct.
Because your home needs to be changed.
Yes.
The way you live has to be changed. A lot of people say handicap accessible, and you can get through the front door. But after you get through the front door,
What else? That's right.
Particularly if you're a person that lives in that home, singly is your kitchen built for
Correct.
accessibility? Is your bathroom built for accessibility? All those things that people don't think about. And I think we have a strange way of, when we walk inside of a place, that's all we're looking for. How can this person get in?
Exactly.
And most of the time, people don't think like that.
Wow.
And even now, we're helping the car dealerships to grow that way. Because a lot of times when a car dealership sees a person come in, it's like, what are they going to do with them?
Exactly.
So when they pick up the phone and call us, and we walk them through everything. We walk them through the rebates. We walk them through what kind of vehicles would be best suited for that person. And our goal really is not to take as much from them as possible, but to give them as much as possible for as least taking as possible.
And that's a biblical-based principle right there.
Oh, yes.
It's more blessed to give than it is to receive. And it seems like Oneness Mobility is all about giving.
Yes.
Well, it's, one of our slogan is, we're one with our customers' needs. So when you say that, you have to honestly mean it.
Yes, you do.
So you know what the need is. You know what it takes to get them there. So you got to be one with it, and that's one of the things that makes that difference. And it has to be that you really feel it and know it, than that you just do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we'll be right back with more great information about Oneness Mobility right after this commercial. Welcome back to the Jackie Griffin Show, and we are still joined live here on set with the Alfonsos of Oneness Mobility. And they've just been blessing me tremendously, as well as you, I'm sure, with their heart of giving back as opposed to taking away from those in need, handicapped. And really, they're not handicapped. Most of the time, it's us that's the handicapped ones. But can you please also tell us about your vision?
Well, my vision, I know Bob has one, I have one too. Mine is, when I first came on board, was seeing, and as I had said, the need for giving out information, the need for directing people to the places to go that can make a difference in their lives when you're struggling with something, that has really taken a blow in your life. And so the resource center was really my vision. And so it is coming to life this year, 2014, really. And that to me was really a wonderful thing, to be able to know that you have a place to go and you can ask information and get true answers. And especially when it's a turmoil, wondering what to do and where to go. And I was listening to you talking about the military. I remember one time a guy came in to get hand controls put in. And he sat there and we talked for a while. And then all of a sudden he took off his leg and set it down. And I came out and I complimented him, because, see, it takes growth
Yes.
to get to that point that you can be that comfortable.
Yes.
And so I congratulated him on that, because he had been in therapy for 2 years and gone through an awful lot just accepting it. And so when that takes place and happens, sometimes you miss even asking the right questions.
Exactly.
Sometimes you miss, finding the places that you can get help. You can imagine if it's your child and you wake up and your child has severe cerebral palsy. Where do you go? What do you do?
Correct.
You know, do you just pretend it doesn't exist,
Mm-hmm.
or do you really go out there and gung ho and get all the support and the help you need? And so we'd be here to be able to help in that area, and that's what I'm pleased with. And also, I think Bob likes to see us giving back by training. I'd like to see us giving back by not being able to say, I don't want to leave here and say that we are the only African American company in the United States doing this business. I want to leave some more people doing it.
What do you think your mission is?
My mission is to make sure that people understand, as you had said earlier, that we label people as handicapped, but the reality is sometimes in our thinking we are handicapped because people have a lot to offer, whether they have legs or arms or what have you.
Exactly.
And so we still draw from that. It's the inner person that matters.
Yes.
And so we need to look at life that way. And we look at life that way in all aspects, we will actually have a different thought about life.
And I know you said it, you've already said it, but your legacy, what is Oneness Mobility's legacy? What do you want your legacy to be?
To be able to, when we say the slogan, we are one with our customers' needs, to be able to say we're one with our customers' needs and to truly have that connection. Because when people are looking for help, they want to connect to you. They want to know that you care. You know, you can talk all day long, but do you really care? And that's what we'd like to practice and continue to do and to, you know, be a part of.
And also grow other
And
people so it
also-
won't be only just one.
Right. Also to grow other young men, hopefully, or ladies that would like to go into this business, so that we won't be able to say we're the only African American company in the United States that does this business. We should never do that.
Who inspired you guys to do this? Well, what inspired you to start something like this?
I had a friend of mine who came back from the Vietnam War, and we were talking about it, and he says, "Oh, I'm selling vehicles, handicapped vehicles." I said, "Oh yeah, okay." He says, "I'm thinking about doing a business. What do you think? You want to go in as partners?" And I said, "Okay." And of course, that partnership kind of went south, but I got into the business and fell in love with it. And because we were helping people, we were putting together a service that was unique. There was no two the same because everybody's needs were different. We have actually, you can take the steering wheel out of a car, the brake pedal out of a car, the gas pedal out of a car, and still drive it. Okay, we have what is known as joystick driving, fly-by-wire. So the technology that's out there now, there's no such thing as that you can't drive a vehicle. Now the car manufacturers are catching up with us, and they're using a lot of the stuff that we have been doing for years. Push button starting, electric brakes now, parking brakes, parking assists, and all this started in the mobility industry.
Wow.
So they're now catching up with us. But, you know, on the other hand, you know, with the ADA laws being signed in effect back in 1990, we have not come full circle yet on what the promise was and what the intent was. And the intent was to give back equal, but they have made it separate. So now we're coming full circle, and it shall be equal sooner or later.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
So could you give our viewers and listeners your information? If they want to go to your website, if they want to become a partner with you, if they want to make a donation,
Yes.
can you give them all of the information so that they can get in contact with you all?
Yes. Our website is onenessmobility.com. Our address is 7701 Penn Belt Drive, Forestville, Maryland, 20747. We also are Oneness Mobility Resource Center.org. And we would love for people that, know about business and have any sort of help that they can provide us with as far as growing the business to where we would like to see it go, where there would be more people doing this. We would love them to give us a call, to contact us to see what it is that they can do and what they can offer. We welcome investors. And our telephone number is 301-568-6686.
Can you give them your
Email.
web and your phone number again and your email, right?
Okay. Website is onenessmobility.com. Email address is onenessmobility@onebox.com. And our telephone number is 301-568-6686. Is there anything I missed? Oh, I know. I would love to invite everybody to come out to, we have a Mobility Awareness Month starts in May. So May the 16th, we will be having an open house at Mobility. We will have clowns and food and lots of fun going on, but it's really to introduce people to what goes on, what we have to offer, and give you an opportunity to actually sit down and talk one-on-one with what your needs may be.
Give them that date and that information again.
It is May the 16th, 2015, and it's from 9 to 2.
Location?
Location is 7701 Penn Belt Drive, Forestville, Maryland, 20747.
And it's open to anyone? Do you have to register or anything to come?
No, open to anyone. Just come on. Most of it's going to be outside. And of course, you can get to come inside and tour the building and what have you.
Awesome, awesome. And is that the only event that you all have coming up?
That's the only one we have right now. We had a fantastic time in Christmas. We had a Christmas gala. People came out. We had a band that came and sang, and it was really wonderful. Food galore and the whole 9 yards. But it's always interesting to bring people there so that they will know. Just as we talked earlier, sometimes people don't even know you exist.
Exactly.
They know that they have a problem and they need to do something about it, but they don't know you exist.
Now, I know you said it's very important that people, your legacy, you want to train up other mechanics or other people, whether it be male or female, to carry on what you have started. Do you have a training program in place for that?
We shall have one very soon.
Awesome, awesome. So you will be training on site to train, to offer this to other people that want to follow in your footsteps.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So if they want any information concerning that, just go to your website, right?
Go to the website or go to Bob. Call my email address is bob@onenessmobility.com or pat@onenessmobility.com.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, at this time, I want both of you, separately though, to look into the camera. And if you have giving you the opportunity to speak to our listeners and our viewers, just speak your heart concerning whatever's on your mind.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
Well, I'd like to say that it's been a joy to me to work at Oneness Mobility because, sometimes you don't think about how blessed you are to have what you have, but then when you see other people that don't, but yet they are blessed also because they have opportunities to improve their lives by what we do. And so with that in itself, it touches my heartstring to know. I'm hoping that there will be people out there that are saying, how can I help? So that again, the legacy will grow. Because we need to know there are more than enough people to help, and there's more than enough room for you to help others. And so, to me, that's where I feel the most.
Mr. Bob.
Oh gosh, so much is. I think my heartfelt moment would be to train our young men. I am very bent on the fact that we need more training for our young men to get them employed. I think we have a bunch of talented young guys out there, but no direction. So my heart has been pulled to train young men to do what I do, so that my legacy will be that I gave them that leg up that somebody gave me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we would like to thank you so, so much, both of you, for being on the show today. And I'm so glad that our viewers had the opportunity to learn about Oneness Mobility. And I hope that you all realize that what they are doing is changing lives for the better. Before, I'm sure before I even was born, when you lost a limb, or if you were born, like you said, with cerebral palsy or any type of debilitating disease, you were limited. You couldn't do anything. And like you said, with technology being so great, there's no reason why anyone should be sidelined or saying they can't do something.
Absolutely.
Because there's just, I always say in our household, we say there's no, that we have, the word can is not in our vocabulary. And everything is possible with God's help. So I just thank God for you, husband and wife team, doing what you're doing for all people, not just the military or just handicapped, but I think what you're doing spans beyond that. And I pray that you all, the viewers, would go to their website and give them a call and actually pledge to help them and find out what you can do to make their legacy and all of our legacies great. And I thank you once again, Oneness Mobility, Mr. and Mrs. Alfonso, for being here today. And also, please, please, don't forget that everything that we do and all the reasons that we are here is to help each other, and it's not just about us.
That's right.
We'll be right back on the Jackie Griffin Show.
Amen.
Thank you.